What's up, guys? SirAllAboutMusic here, bringing you your question of the week video on February 1st, and at the end of this video I will be telling you guys what my new discography is going to be, what band's discography I will be reviewing. This is one that I picked, but the next discography I do, again, I will let you guys choose, but that won't be for, I guess it'll take me about a month, maybe a month and a half to get through this one, so be on the lookout for that. But, question of the week. Last week's question of the week was, what album are you most familiar with? And let's get to some of your comments. And I think I'll be able to get through a good majority of these because they're pretty short. Our band Could, the album that he's most familiar with is the Foo Fighters' The Color and the Shape, which actually is my favorite Foo Fighters album. I think it's Dave really came to his own with that one. Pro Wrestling Addicts, I basically know every Led Zeppelin and Nirvana song in the book. That's a man after my own heart. Right there. Crack Rock Steady Man, Nirvana, Black Flag's Damaged, Dead Kennedy's Fresh Fruit for Rotting Vegetables, Minor Threat, Neutral Milk Hotels in an Airplane Over the Sea, and he's got some other ones. Paint is Amazing, 317, anything the Smashing Pumpkins have done. Mon McCool also says Neutral Milk Hotels in an Airplane Over the Sea. That's a pretty cool album, I must say. Ribbon Dude, Frank Zappa's Freak Out. I love that album, but I'm not actually that familiar with it. I love listening to it, though. I love Frank Zappa. He's fucking mind-blowing. Alex 703 Rockstar. Queens of the Stone Age, Songs for the Deaf and Era Vulgaris. Good albums, very good albums. It Happens 117, Blood Sugar Sex Magic by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And Radiohead's The Bends, and Queens of the Stone Age, Songs of the Deaf. Bistol 13, the Beatles' White Album. The other good albums. Like, you guys just put down a shitload of great albums. Chicken 420, one of his albums was Radiohead's OK Computer. The NJRY, the Smashing Pumpkins' Siamese Dream. Joe D424 is White Stripes' Elephant, which is a great record. Fantastic record. Beatles' Let It Be. I'm not such a big fan of Let It Be, actually, to tell you the truth. Nirvana's In Utero, and some others. And then I saw one more. I saw one up here that I really liked. Oh yeah, Sweetness to Follow. Who's a big REM fan and likes my REM discography review. Yes's Relayer, which I think is one of those albums by Yes that really gets overlooked a lot, but it's got some great songs on it. So, kudos to that. As for me, the album that I'm most familiar with, I didn't pick it up, so 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I got it. This one right here. Cake's Comfort Eagle. This was the first Cake album I got, and I remember getting this and listening to it incessantly, over and over and over again, and I know every nook and cranny of this album. I know every lyric, every guitar line, every counter melody, every beat. I can name you the songs in order and probably sing them in order if I tried. I know everything. There is nothing on this album that I don't know. Yet, it is still an album that, it doesn't surprise me anymore. But it is still an album that I find really interesting and very fresh and awesome to listen to. And any Led Zeppelin album up until In Through the Outdoor, because I don't like that album. And I never really have listened to it that much. But those are the albums that I'm most familiar with. So, this week's question of the week. I was thinking about this the other day in relation to punk rock and how a lot of people say that, you know, the guys that were in these early punk bands couldn't play instruments. So, my question for you guys is, do you have to, is being a musician an exclusive thing? Can anybody be a musician? Do you have to be a certain kind of person to be able to make music? And if so, what kind of person do you have to be? And if you don't, then what makes people, if you don't have to be a special kind of person to make music, what makes people stand out? Is it talent? Is it emotion? Is it just the way they look at music? What makes people, you know, popular over others, and what makes good music, you know, over shit music if the musicians themselves don't have to be a certain kind of person to be able to make music? I know that's a little complicated question, but that's my question for you guys. So, answers in the comment box. Tell me what you think about that. And discography actually will be Cake. I will be starting a complete review of Cake's discography from Motorcade of Generosity up to B-sides as soon as possible, probably tomorrow. So yeah, that's the deal, guys. Cake. I love Cake, one of my favorite bands ever. And if you don't like Cake, I hope by the end of this thing you'll at least, you know, give them a listen, give them a try, see what you think, and hey, maybe you might end up liking them because they're a great band. So, SirAllAboutMusic question of the week. I'll see you guys next time.